Hello, this is Jason Unken, and this is my final video for the status of the application. So the application is now set. This is the final video before the release candidate. The way that the app stands now, there is still an error when trying to load in accounts, which means that once the application is closed, the information is unfortunately no longer there. So if you try to log in with an account, you will not have an account to do. You can create an account, so it will let you create an account, and it does save your account. And if we go in here, and this all has error checks in it still, so if these don't match, it will give you all of those to tell you that they don't match. But it does allow the user to actually create account. If we continue, we can come into account and we can actually see that they are there. If we try to add someone to be able to share our information with, say janedoe@email.com, if we add this, it will add that person, but that person does not actually have an account for us to check. So the problem is that it doesn't actually share with them if the application is closed. The user can edit, and they can edit any of the information of their account, so they can come through and then change any of this. So say we wanted to change this to Jane, we could do that, and we can change everything here as well. We can change the password to password 5678, and same thing, and this has the same error checks as well, so if any of the fields are blank, it will not let them save it, and then it will update their account, and then we can see that that has been updated. The edit function still works, so the user can go through and change the colors of any of the stuff that we see on here. So if we come in here, we can change the colors to match whatever we want from a style standpoint, and then we can save this. Now if we go back through, we will, there we go. If we hit save, it will actually save everything. If we don't hit save, then whenever we go back through, it does not actually save the changes. So that's a good showing of how that can happen if the user doesn't hit save, but if they go back in, they can actually see the changes. This page will stay on what they change it to, so that way if they want to, they can kind of go back in. Otherwise, if we change any of this and hit save, we should now go back through and see all of our updates. We can come back in. I'm going to change this back to a color scheme that is not so harsh to look at. So we're going to kind of change this, and then we'll change this font color to make it a little bit easier to read. And let's save that one. Alright, so we can come in here. Open camera does not work on the simulator, but it does work on an actual device. It will come up and it will give you the camera. You are allowed to take a photo, and then with that photo, you can save it the same way you can from the camera roll. We can choose our photo and then put in our title, just like we could before. And then we can change our details to what we want. First flowers at the dunes. And then we can save that. And then if we want, we can add more photos. So we'll add a couple more. Amazon vacation. We'll name a couple so we can see how the search function works. And then we can go swimming spot we found. The fonts have changed to make them more readable. Some of the buttons and everything like that have kept the other font with the titles, but everything that the customer needs to read that is in smaller text has been changed to an easier font to make it a lot easier for the customer to keep up with. We can add this as well, and we'll make this, and then we'll just say so now if we come back home, we'll see that we have these three here. This error has now been fixed, so now whenever we go in, whenever we click on one, it actually shows the correct view for what we're looking at for the correct memory. And if we come in and we add a comment, it will let us add the comment and it will now take the comment of the account name of the person that is signed in. So we can say that's great news, and then we'll see our comment comes and filters in here. Then we can come back here and we can click here and we can see that there is a different one. And then we can add another comment just to show the difference. So we can see this has 2 comments. We can continue to add more, but if we come back in, the comments are saved. So 1, 2, and then to 0. Facebook will allow you to save it, so it takes the photo, it takes the title, and then the details from the title, lets you do that, so that way you can save it. Without an account, obviously it will make you sign in. If you have an account, it will allow you to go through. If we hit settings, then this is going to take us to our settings where we don't want to, where we could sign in or create a new account. Since this is a simulator, we're not going to do that, but you do have the option for both. To be able to do that, and it will post to the correct place. So with that being said, that is everything in the app, aside from we also have this. So our search function works just fine. So if we come in, we can type in Amazon, and then we can see vacation or waterfall, and if we keep typing, we'll see that go depending on what we have showing up. So the search feature works as well, and then we can cancel back out of it to go back to the home screen. So the application does work as intended, but with the accounts not saving, the problem is any progress done does not save, which pretty much makes the app unusable outside of the initial use. So that error would have to be fixed before going forward. Thank you.